7 months ago, I went back to my home state after 9 years of traveling. So it's fair to say that it was a culture shock within my own culture. There were a lot of differences going back to the States. The biggest one is the cost of living is just too freaking high. I worked 2 jobs at the end and it still took me 6 months just to save a little over $3,000. That was like the biggest culture shock. The other thing that I found it strange is that everyone thinks it's really, really unsafe to travel overseas, and there are dangers, but I felt less safe working in the job I was working in the neighborhood that I was living in. It was a working class neighborhood. The amount of times that my life was threatened to get beat up, threatened for someone to pow me. People shoplifted multiple times a day for things that you can tell they weren't using just to feed their children. I felt like I needed a chaperone just to walk home, and I only lived down the street. I'm used to living in towns where people leave their doors open, unlocked, where shop owners go home for lunch and doesn't bother to close their shop. People seemed overly negative, on edge, tense. I got treated like crap working in customer service or the service industry. People's diets were abysmal, and just the over materialism and the over consumption of it all. However, I'm glad I went home. The biggest and best part about going home, by far, was my family. I love my family. There's a lot of issues I have with the West. Reason why I prefer not to live there. Doesn't mean I hate my country, and it doesn't mean I hate my family. I love my family.
Meaning of life.
Meaning of life is to be you.